Ya öyle gidelim.
Hocam aynı Ayçi.
Ne ağlaksınız ya? Hocam lütfen öyle gidelim. Ya tamam.
Dışarıda çekilecek. Sikon çalışıyor.
Boyum yetmiyor ki.
Zeytin sonunda bir tane bayılıyor. Bir selfie gelir hocam.
Oldukça faydalı olacağını düşünüyoruz. Bu bakımdan bu Bağ Talk etkinliğinde yarışmasında emeği geçen, bu anlamlı yarışmada emeği geçen bütün öğretmenlerimize, öğrencilerimize, siz değerli katılımcılara teşekkür ediyorum. İlham verici bir yarışma olmasını temenni ediyorum, saygılar sunuyorum.
Is grieving for a loss they haven't spoken about. And here I am, standing in front of a room full of unfamiliar faces. I don't know your names, your stories, what you're going through, but I know this. Every single one of you here has a life as rich, layered, and complicated as mine.
Have any of you ever felt a lack of motivation? You might need to be studying, working, or just doing something crucial, but just can't get yourself to do it. But then end up wasting your time at school. Mostly, issue comes from your source of motivation, or more so, your motivation on itself. This motivation can be separated into two parts, intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation.
But then, dark clouds start to cover up the bright blue sky. It starts to rain. There's lightning. Warmth starts to fade. They're not all loving anymore. The look of realization hits them. That was their goodbye to each other. As you can see, I didn't make them talk. I didn't say anything about their dialogue between them. I just painted the picture, and you felt it. You saw what they feel. That's what the colors do.
Many of you spend hours scrolling through social media only to feel drained and disconnected afterwards. Hello, my name is Zeynep Zeytun, and I will be answering this question by exploring some ideas regarding social media's effect on society. So, isn't this a very familiar feeling for most of us? We pick up our phone, maybe to check only one quick notification, and before we know it, our time has slipped away. Gone in an instant.
Hello, I'm Daphne Eren, a prep student from Haydarpaşa High School. I want to share with you a story that deeply affected me. A few weeks ago, I visited my cousin's house. We sat down to chat and I asked her how university life was going. As usual, she said things like exams are hard, exams are difficult. However, after mentioning these, she told me that her best friend was getting silent and silent every day. So I asked her what was going on. It turns out that her friend
is determined and sharp. No one can change them. Now, let's come to an article where we can a little more aware.
I am Berna, and today we will be talking about the balance between IQ and EQ. Let me ask you a question. Do you think you're smart? Many of us might hesitate to say yes, because maybe we struggle with subjects like math. But I also do. But I'm here to tell you, struggling in math doesn't mean you're not smart. Because there are different types of intelligence, such as EQ. If you can understand emotions,
My name is Zeynep Karadağ, and today I'm here to talk about an issue that is both deeply painful and disturbingly prevalent: gender-based violence in conflict zones. It is obvious that gender-based violence, millions of women and marginalized communities endure every single day, but yet it still remains one of the least addressed human rights violations. So today we're not just here to acknowledge this crisis, but we're here to ask what we can do to stop this.
Test.
Test. Okay. Today I want to attract your attention to a subject which I'm sure you all have become very familiar with these past few years. It started out as a new and quirky technology, but then very quickly took over our lives. As you all know already, I am talking about artificial intelligence, or the shortened and more popular version, AI. First of all, I would like to do a little bit of clarification, because I feel like the discourse surrounding this subject has a tendency to be marked as anti-innovative.
Everyone, first of all, I'd like to greet my dear audience for listening to my speech today. My juries, my students, and my teachers for coming here on this eventful day. My name is Meryem Nisacek, and I came to talk about body positivity. What is body positivity exactly? Well, from the name you can figure out what that exactly is. Body positivity. It has to be something positive. Well, in the start it was. Well, I'm sure it was most of our dedicated to the famous Mr. Keating in Dead Poets Society, standing on a desk and changing the lives of fictional boys forever. It's a kind of phase that gets printed on tote bags, journal covers, or even motivational posters hung in classrooms all around the world. But let's pause for a second. Before it became a marketing slogan, or even a movie quote, where did this phrase come from? Horace, also known as Quintus Horatius Flaccus, which to me sounds more like a Hogwarts professor's name than a Roman poet, lived around 23 BCE.
Final speech is Çağıl Taşdemir from Arnavutköy Korkmaz Yiğit Anatolian High School with the topic Carpe Diem.
Carpe diem.
Dear friends, teachers, and esteemed members of jury, I am deeply honored and privileged to talk to you today regarding the concept of Schrödinger's cat problem. My name is Başak Sultan Şimşek. I'm coming from Hacı İsmail Gündoğdu Anatolian High School. I hope to make the study of physics an engaging and an enjoyable experience for you.
Can't defeat it, it's all that you needed though. To find a new home, to find a new